today we are going to discuss about the difference between the absolute refractive index and relative refractive index. To know the difference between absolute refractive index and relative refractive index, let us take some cases. Now what is the first case? In the first case, light is traveling from air to another medium, and the another medium is what? Water. And we know, since water is water is denser than air, so what will happen? The refracted ray will bend towards the normal, right? Now in this case, if I will use the Snell's law, what will happen? Sin I by sin R will give you the refractive index of water, okay? And in this case, the refractive index we are talking about is nothing but the absolute refractive index of water, okay? And what is the formula for absolute refractive index of water? That is the speed of light in air divided by speed of light in water, okay? That means whenever light is traveling from air to any other medium, the other medium could be water, it could be glass, it could be some other medium also. In that case, Snell's law directly gives us the refractive index of the medium to where the light is traveling, and this is the absolute refractive index of the medium to where the light is traveling from air, okay? And in the next case, let us take the case 2. In the case 2, what is happening? Light is traveling from water to glass, and we know that glass is denser than water, and hence the refracted ray will bend towards the normal. If we have to use the Snell's law in this case, then the Snell's law will give us what? Sin I by sin R is not simply the absolute refractive index to where the light is moving, that is glass, but it will give us what? The relative refractive index of glass with respect to water. Understood the difference? Whenever the light is traveling from air to some other medium, say water, then this Snell's law will directly give us the absolute refractive index of the medium to where the light is traveling. But if the light is not traveling from air to some other medium, it is traveling from water to glass or from glass to water, whatever it is. Here I am taking what? From water to glass. So in that case, this Snell's law will not give us the absolute refractive index of the medium to where the light is traveling. Instead, it will give us the relative refractive index. In this case, Snell's law will give us sin I by sin R is W mu J. What is that? That is the relative refractive index of glass with respect to water. That is the relative refractive index of the medium to where the light is going with respect to the medium from where the light is coming, okay? So here sin I by sin R is equal to W mu J, that is the relative refractive index of glass with respect to water. And what is the formula for relative refractive index in this case? W mu J, relative refractive index of glass with respect to water, is equal to mu J by mu W, that is nothing but absolute refractive index of glass divided by absolute refractive index of water, okay? And absolute refractive index of glass is what? Speed of light in glass, air divided by speed of light in glass. Similarly, absolute refractive index of water is what? Speed of light in air divided by speed of light in water. So it will simply give us velocity of light in water divided by velocity of light in glass. Understood? So again, let us consider the third case. What is the third case? Light is traveling from glass to water. In the earlier case, what is happening? Light is traveling from water to glass. Here the light is traveling from glass to water, from denser to rarer medium. So the refracted ray will move away from the normal, right? And the here Snell's law will give us what? Sin I by sin R is equal to relative refractive index of the medium to where the light is going, that is water, with respect to relative refractive with respect to the what? To the medium from where the light is coming, right? Sin I by sin R will give us what? Relative refractive index of the medium to where light is going with respect to the medium from where the light is coming. Here the light is going to water from glass, so sin I by sin R is relative refractive index of water with respect to glass, right? And it will give us what? Velocity of light in glass divided by velocity of light in water. Okay, so in a simple sense, what I could say, if the light is traveling from medium 1 to medium 2, suppose medium 2 in this case is a denser medium, so simply what Snell's law will give us, sin I by sin R is nothing but relative refractive index of the medium 2 with respect to 1, and that is nothing but velocity of light in medium 1 divided by velocity of light in medium 2. Okay, now let us come to the first case, when the light is traveling from air to water. How we can explain the absolute refractive index in terms of relative refractive index? So in this case, the light is traveling from air to water, so Snell's law will give us what? Sin I by sin R is relative refractive index of the medium to where light is going from where, with respect to from where light is coming. So it is relative refractive index of water with respect to air. Okay, and what is that? Absolute refractive index of water divided by absolute refractive index of air. Now what is the absolute refractive index of air? We know that refractive index of a medium is nothing but the ratio of speed of light in air divided by speed of light in that medium, and here the medium is air itself, so mu A is nothing but speed of light in air divided by speed of light in medium, that is the air again, so it will give you 1. So the relative refractive index of water with respect to air will simply give you the absolute refractive index of water.